Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Try Thea through the Shattering. So as you can see, I've made some minor changes of camera. I want to test what I talked about last time, splitting the main group into just multiple small groups that'll be sitting around the main village. Will increase the amount of events that we get, but still get the experience for all the people. So that's something I want to do today. Then we should also be able to complete our ship and maybe even get enough advancement points so that we could research our first tier 4 material. That'll be huge. Let's see how far we can get. Is there anything that we care about? What's this? I don't quite remember, but we can check that as well. But first I want to check or want to test if this idea is gonna work. We only have like 3 small groups, so it's hard to say if it's even gonna be noticeable, but there are some things I need to do in the... Actually, maybe let's check the gathering. Do we need all of this? What if I just stopped gathering the wood and the grains, and let's just create 2 more groups. What is it again? Neslavka and Siemerj. Siemerj. There's something. Siemerj, as probably. It's 1. We need some food. And wood as well. This is just for testing, so I'm giving them a little bit. Move. Camp, and the last one, that's this one. There. And doesn't really matter. Camp. Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen. Nothing. We researched or finished another project, so what are we doing here? We want to keep researching. I'm pretty sure that we do. It's pretty important that we keep getting the research points. And maybe this just doesn't work. I don't know. With this many groups, I'd expect to see at least 1 event every turn. Okay. More children. We can try witch again. We got the ship. So now we wanted what? Armor. 1, 2, 3. And we also need another gathering tool. Maybe I should get a crafting tool at this point. How does it look like with gems? This is what I wanted. Increase the research, but 3.2. Can we get more than that? 3.5, but it's much heavier. This would be 2.8. Let's just go with this. Because our Sherka will probably just keep working on the research, so I should give her everything that increases research. And this is quite a noticeable difference. Yeah, sure. Let's make one of these. But first the armor. Okay, next. Should I just attack them? Now, let's see what happens. Oh, +1 destiny for our scavenger, so that is a nice hit. Okay, and now I'm not sure if it's just like a group-specific event or if we get the support from all the other groups around. This could be dangerous. No, it works. Okay, so everyone is gonna be a part of this, which means actually it doesn't work manually, but I mean automatically. Manually, we should be able to handle this quite easily. Targets all enemies standing anywhere on the battlefield, but it's only 6 damage, so it's not the end of the world. And it's not even that fast. Oh, 7.5. Sure. Make sure we don't get hit by that cleave. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay. We need a ghost. No, this one is better. Just that one attack hits 2 enemies on the battlefield. But it would still be only 18 damage compared to 23, and this is fine. We have one more point. Do we have possible one more ghost? Sure, that's not gonna... No, it may... Has to be placed in the front line. I was thinking maybe I could put him here, but that wouldn't work. This could work though. Okay. What do we want to target? The yellow one, so that we get rid of this card. This is 25 damage. Our ghost has 27 hit points, so he should be fine. Okay, confirm. I take it back, our ghost is not fine. Good. We got 3 more pristine matter. It's pretty easy to get. Like, every third event gives pristine matter, it seems. Except... we got the experience for everyone. What's it gonna be? Probably protection, although this protection only works in the yellow and purple challenges, so it's not that good. It's also just a single target. But I really don't like the dizziness powder. Okay, fine. Let's go for the protective word. What are we waiting for now? To finish those items and get 7 points so we can get the material. Okay, we can just stay here and keep testing. But it doesn't really work that way I expected. I thought that we would be getting events a lot more often. Should be able to handle this manually. This could be quite dangerous. It's difficulty 4, and we have to be careful because after this, we don't get the sanity back. This damage sticks. So, it's 14. Let's see. This is by far the highest damage. So let's start with that. And I guess look at that. So many hit points. How many points do we still have? Let's use our ghosts if we have both of them. Wait, we can't? No, we have to be able to use ghosts here. It's gonna be 1. And where's the other one? Here? Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of damage on their side. Who has decent damage and decent armor? Our second Sherka probably. 15.7, yeah, this is faster. But let's try to stay out of the harm's way. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Good. That soaked up a lot of extra damage. Okay, that hit as well was the poison damage. Wow. It's fine. Six damage is fine. 9 damage is fine as well. Now, they shouldn't have that much damage left. I have to make sure this one dies quickly though. 9.5. We're gonna need a buff here. Speed things up a little bit. 8.7. That's fast enough. Now let's use the ghost. I know that it would be ideal to use those ghosts last, but sometimes you just know where you want them. So this is fine. And do we have a ranged attack somewhere? Here. This should be safe. many points? 2 more, so let's just wait. They'll probably play 1 more card. There. And 13. Do we block it with another ghost? Yeah, I think we can. Where's the other one? Here. And we can even play some more damage. Okay, this looks much better now. Good. So what did we get as a result? Dog. That's a decent one for a hunter. I mean, that's a really good one for a hunter. Plus 2.8 perception is a huge. 37 sanity, you're gonna be healing that for a while, but I don't think it's even under 30%, so we don't have to worry about it. We got human bandit leader that we can research, and we are on 21 loyalty with Slavians, but I have no idea what that means. Like if you get some quests from them or get better items when trading. I've never, or I haven't found any like guide to loyalty, explanation to loyalty. I'm not even sure if the effects of loyalty were added to the game already. So really hard to say what this means. What is this? Oh, I've never seen this one. I don't remember seeing this picture. You enter the forest and discover a hostile abandoned woodcutter camp. There is an overall large chunk of a tree that has been chopped down, but not yet fully worked. You see a face in great pain, staring back at you from the tree trunk. What the hell? Speak to it. Where it's difficult. Acorn plant hastily. The tree spits out a tiny acorn. Okay, let's allow the rebirth. And what's the reward? Just a not a mental, spiritual blessing, but no extra stats. What about something else? Nope. That's rather disappointing. And another event. After a violent storm, many trees lie fallen. You see a swarm of crows circling one such tree. When you get closer, you realize their nest has also fallen. The birds are trying to move what they can to another tree. You know, the nest of giant crows can hide many treasures when going closer, investigate. Sure. Look closer and see the debris from the fallen nest. There are several dead chicks, but also many shiny baubles woven into the structure. The tree itself is also of good quality. The crows continue ferrying the goods somewhere up high. It's the best to just attack and get everything. Also, it's like the easiest option. So what did we get? Didn't get punished at all. Sometimes when you go for the greediest options that you're trying to get everything, you get punished in some way. But here, diamonds, pretty good. Monster bone isn't bad. Elven wood is useful. Ruby, yeah, that's pretty good. And some physical blessings. So that's a really nice result. Take everything and the crown on top of that. But it's a pretty bad one. You'll probably keep it when we get the second hunter. Or we could give it to someone who'll be performing rituals, but I don't think we really care about rituals there. No rituals that you want to do over and over again are very situational. So we'll just get rid of that crow probably. Okay, level ups. This is our scavenger, right? So we want destiny. Shielding. Or reliable argument. Reliable argument is pretty good. Let's see, 23.5 damage in the yellow challenges. That is huge. Let's go protective word for the child. Yeah, I think I'll go for the argument. It's a skill that's based on the main stat. Actually, it's not main stat. Main stat is intelligence or intellect, but I think it's still pretty damn good. If the protective word worked also for physical challenges, I'd probably prioritize that. But we actually want our Zhergas to take part in purple and yellow challenges, not to be a support. So I think this is better. Yep, confirm. Now someone needs that armor. Who was that? This guy. Yep. We can give the pet to the child, maybe. And she could become a second hunter. We only have one hunter, right? Where is it? Yeah, we only have one hunter. Is currently outside the village. How much wood do they have? 5. So 5 more days we can stay like this. And we have 7 points. Where do we start? With bones or with leather? I think with leather. Let me check recipes. Crafting, here. Also, 1, 2, 3. But what do we want to get? Probably armor first. A very good design. It's gonna be the, I think it's the combat leather, right? And we can use it as primary and secondary. We want bone, we would still need a secondary material. What can we get from the combat leather? 143, that's too much for the normal armor. Can we just go like primary wood? Still, oh, 81 is actually perfect. Yep, so this gives us the maximum number, and we don't use that much combat leather. And for the elemental, that would be probably pure combat leather. 119% increased attributes and 40 shielding. That's huge. And the legendary would be extra +1 to attributes and 120% increase. But only 25 shielding. I think I prefer the elemental. Can we get more? If we got the bone. That's this one, the rune bone. That would be 32, 107 weight, and it would be 0.4 retaliation. That would be quite a lot of damage, right? Because it's, I think it's multiplied by these stats. So we'd be using this on probably everyone, honestly. So warriors, probably not the 4 physical challenges. We just want the normal armor there. But our Sherkas with around 20 intelligence would be doing what? 5 damage in retaliation, and that's also leeching. No, that's not good enough. Now we definitely want the combat leather. Just out of curiosity, this is true damage. 30% of the damage is returned. Still not good enough. Okay, fine. Combat leather it is. Close and let's see. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now to get the combat leather, we have to go to cooking and composites. New task, materials, and we can just make it out of the lower tier materials. I wonder why is there more of material? It's probably just gives a larger stack or something. Because in this case, we would be like splitting the material, like, right, this is tier 5, this is tier 4. But what we care about is this. But this gives us 7 when we finish the crafting here, and this would give us 101. Yeah, so we would be splitting 70 morph material into 101 leather, which is not worth it, of course. These ratios should be identical. 7, 7, yeah. So it's gonna take a while, and it's gonna be a lot of leather, but at this point, we probably want to make sure that we are getting a stack of the fur leather every turn, so that's 11 every turn. And we need some, it's still gonna take a while to get enough combat leather, but this is the easy way how to get the high tier armors. So confirm. Forever, as long as we have the material. And there's one more thing I wanted to check. Crafting, new task, weapons. What do we need for two-handed swords? Bone, we can go bone and leather. So that would be rune bone and combat leather. What would we get as a result? 2.5 with 160% increased shielding. That sounds good. And it's also frontal cleave, right? So it's AoE damage. This would be 1.6 cleave with 20% leech and is useful in spiritual challenges, but it's based on destiny then. I mean on mysticism. Increases all the shielding. This is an interesting weapon. And the legendary version has the same thing, except it has better leech. Okay, what about not wands, not bows, codex. Codex that would be made out of the combat leather. That's destiny, mysticism. Oh, this is nice. I'd like to get some summons. The other option is the same stats. No, we're probably gonna need a scroll. This is based on wisdom, and the other option is on destiny. 2.0. The elemental version. The elemental version is or gives ghostly axe, so it's perception based. You could get like caster hunters. And the good thing is that it's used for the purple challenges as well, and it's still based on perception, right? And this is just pure. Oh, this could be interesting for our scavengers. Get the summon demon. I'm not sure how strong the demon will be from this though. Probably pretty weak. Lightning strike. Lightning strike isn't bad because it's based on destiny and can be used in both physical and spiritual challenges. If we use the bone, that's the same thing because the primary material is the same. Just out of curiosity, if I used, was it secret wood, the tier 3 material, that would make it mysticism based. Wow, so many options. I'll have to check this off camera once again and figure out exactly what I want to get. I'd also like to get some like caster weapons that are intelligence based. That would be best for our Sherkas. But well, first we have to get enough materials to get all the armor, so that's gonna take quite a while. Maybe we actually get like 2 armors and then 1 sword, so that we have good gear for our expedition. Okay, crafting and gathering. So, how much leather are we getting every turn? 341. 140, now it's 489, okay. 101, that's enough for the grain. And a little bit of wood every turn. That works for now. Good. How much time do we still have? 5 turns. Next. Gonna need the healer, I think, for this. That's the easiest way how to solve this problem. Accept. And that's plus int for one of our children. Good, some experience for everyone. Yeah, now it seems that we are getting more events. It's maybe like there is a chance for events to happen every turn, and when it happens, something happens in every group. Maybe that's how it works. So this still means like spreading the people around as much as possible is the best approach. What did we get? A ruby, that's nice, and this is garbage. Yeah, look at that. Say hello. Let's try to trade. You give me half your food. I give you good minerals. And no, I will not say exactly how much of what deal. Well, now I would really like to know which group got this event, because if it's the main group, then we're gonna lose a lot of food. We are talking like 400 grain or something like that, plus some other foods as well. If it's one of the secondary groups, then we would lose like 2 grain. I'm not sure how exactly is this gonna be calculated, so let's find out. Yep, it worked. Okay, so what did we get? Granite, iron, for 7 grain. Sounds like a good deal. Don't really need these materials, but it's good to know that, I mean, we don't have to pay much, and this is rolled randomly, so it could be much better. And it's a 4 experience. Look at that. Okay, for our warrior, we want wits from these options, and for Bogdan, we just want to level him up, I think. This is what, headbutt? Headbutt is nice for Zherkas. Confirm. And 4 more turns. Next. Kill the witch. Accept. What is this? Illness. Illness is not a problem. Plunder the house. Some food. Blood bone. Nothing really that important. You find the remains of a non-human settlement deep in the forest. I realized the pack of wild boars occupies one of the largest remaining huts. Hunting is... Yeah, let's go hunter nature. And attack. We can accept this outcome. I mean, it's nothing. Wow. So, when we finally finished crafting all the armor that we needed, we just found it. Or we just find it. Can't we just find it before we start crafting? Come on. Okay. And more level ups. So I think this method really does work. For a while it seemed like we were not getting any events, but suddenly we are getting like 3 or 4 every turn. So what is this? Brute force or protective word? Like everyone already has protective word. Let's just go brute force then. This is supposed to... No, this is not gonna be the witch. I wanted to get the demon here, I think. So let's keep buffing up the purple stats. And this is a good question. This is supposed to be the second hunter. So destiny is the last thing that we need. Let's just go wits. We could maybe even try a bandit if we get the chance. Confirm. Okay, so crafting. We are done. Cook. And we need someone to gather some bones. I want to have a nice stack of bones when we research the tier 4 bones so that we can make some as quickly as possible. And there's one more thing. Research, where is it? What is this? Anushka. That should be her. So she has what? 13-point research. Now it's 16.5. Yep. Good. This is also elemental. So all the people who are using physical armor are currently out. I want to compare, but I think that what we are using is better. So maybe I'll just... Yeah, I'll just get rid of these two. Don't need them anymore. And if we need some more, we just want to craft better ones. 1, 2... I don't think we need the... Or do we? Well, if we get another hunter, we may need another bow for a while. We can get rid of the goat. I think we can get rid of the dazzling robes as well. Let's just use that pet. It increases gathering. So one of our children maybe could use it. This is supposed to be the hunter. This is supposed to be the witch, so they need these pets. And the last child... well... I want to try a demon. Okay, fine, so we just stick to what we have, I think. Next. Okay, agree to help. And this is different event, right? So you hear a beautiful flute melody and see three women wearing sparse white garments whirling around in a circle. Their energy and laughter are infectious, and they beckon you to come join them. Let's go intellect nature. You approach the women and the melody becomes more seductive with every step. Luckily, you were prepared for such trickery, so the charm has no real hold over you for now. You are aware that if you last through the whole dance, you could be rewarded. We should be fine. What is it? Wow, look at the reward. 2.5 and 1.4 destiny. That's a really, really good reward. It's a lot of stats for nothing, basically. And we got some extra loyalty with water demons. Nice. Scavengers. You're gonna fight. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's bury the bones, I think. What did we get? Spiritual, mental blessing. Only for one turn. You realize that when you burn the remains, the cave's entrance shook and collapsed. Gather up the loot from the dead and rubble from the cave and leave. What did we get? Beetle jelly, iron pole arm, not just garbage. And we have, what, 2 more turns. Let's try our scavenger. I think we might be able to get some people from this event, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure which option. I think the first one. It might even be both. Okay, let's try to capture them. Should be able to do that very easily. You capture the scavengers safely, and indeed, you find they are feverish and sick. Use medicine. And we indeed get a child from it and a dog. That's not that important. But this is another way how you can get some children. Some events may result in children, or maybe even in some cases in like adults that join you. They're quite rare, but if you are not getting children, you can try and focus on events. And that's another way how to get them. And also extra destiny. Well, don't really need it for our gatherer, but why not? And we got loyalty with scavengers. And another event. Want to fight, but I think this time we're gonna do it manually. Let's see. Just put the warrior in the middle with the cleave, so that the positioning is a little bit more difficult for them. Now, it's another one. And who's next? We can probably use the Zherka as well. That's a lot of damage that we can do very quickly. 10.2. Do we have someone faster than 10 point? Is it 10.8 or 10.2? 10.8. It's 11. 10.3. That is faster. Okay, good. Next. And now we're just gonna play 2 ghosts. There's one. And should be the other one. Let's was 31 damage. Now we should be able to handle that. This is just a copy of the same card. It's 18 damage. And I should be able to hit it with the Zherka as well. This is our hunter hitting the goblin. Wasted a lot of damage there. Yeah, it's going down. Okay, good. The goblin can only hit the warrior. And we have enough wood for one more turn, so let's play one more turn. This time we really didn't get much. Another advancement point. I wanted to do something. Research. Make sure that we keep researching. I think that's it. So, off camera, I'm gonna move everyone back, resupply, and I think we're gonna stick to this approach. If we had more people, I would even like get more groups. Problem is we need some people in the village for the research, crafting, gathering. So we probably have to wait until we grow a little bit more, and then we can just have as many groups as possible. Because it really seems like it works. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Did we get more events in those turns that we played? It definitely seemed like that every time we got an event, like at least half of the groups got something. So I think maybe it doesn't work as well as I expected, but it increases the amount of events that we get and therefore the amount of experience we get. So I think this is worth doing. And how does it look like with the material? 28. So I'll check if we can start crafting. How much? 17 fur leather. Yep, that's gonna take a while to get now. Okay, so I think we are done with this episode. Maybe we can even just go exploring next time. I mean, we spent the whole day just like sitting around the village. There are some locations that we should check now, at least one, and we can just take the boat and visit the island that is right next to us. That's a huge island. So we could do some exploring next time. It's gonna take forever to explore though. But well, for today we are done. So I hope that you like this episode. I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.